everyone, and welcome to MCLE This Week. My name is Bruce Richard, and I'm a program attorney here at MCLE. I'm here today with Hope Simas from Kates Barlow. Hope, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice?
Yeah, of course. So I am a family law attorney. I focus my practice on divorce and child custody matters, modifications of divorce and child custody. We look at alimony, child support, all of those kinds of things. Right now I'm only 2 years in, so the majority of my work comes down from the partners, help assisting on their cases, being second chair. I have had a couple of my own cases, mostly uncontested, but still working towards that.
Have they let you into the courthouse on your own yet?
They have.
Excellent.
They have, yeah. I do go in for some of their cases on pretrials or motion hearings, so that's been fun to get more in there. I just recently did my first deposition, so that was exciting.
Nice. Who were? What side were you deposing?
We were the plaintiff. I was representing the husband. It was mainly an alimony case. But yeah, we did the deposition. It was about 2 hours. I was pretty nervous, but first time for everything. So it felt better once it kind of got in the swing of things.
Right. So I have a question. What is an SJC Rule 303 student attorney? And what were you doing in that role?
So a Rule 303 attorney is essentially when you're still in law school. I believe you have to have taken the evidence course already.
Okay.
But then you basically can work under a practicing attorney and handle cases. You can work on motions. You can appear in hearings as long as they are supervising you. So I did that at the Harvard, their H-Lab clinic, Harvard Legal Aid Bureau. I did that this summer after my 2L year, and I did family law in that role too. They have a clinic where the Harvard students run it during the school year, and then basically in the summer they have students from other schools come take over the cases for the summertime.
Okay.
So I did that. It was during the COVID-ish time, so I did some Zoom hearings. We didn't go in person. It was all from home, but I would Zoom with my supervisor. They assigned rising 3Ls with a rising 2L to work together. Right. So I had a partner, and we would work on cases together and work on drafting things. But then I would speak at the hearings because the rising 2L wasn't 303 yet, so she could just work with drafting and that kind of stuff.
So you brought it up. How much of your law school was during COVID?
So right after, or was it during the first semester that it started? It was let me think for a second. Or no, it might have been going into or during the middle of second semester, after we had, I guess, spring break. It's not really spring break in law school. Everyone's studying, but it was pretty much right after that. We all went home. Did classes from home, and then I think I went back in person my spring of 2L. They had a couple in-person classes, but the classes were a lot smaller, but still like in the big rooms. Sure. And they had a lot of testing requirements to get in the building. Okay. That was like linked to your.
How was law school from home? I can't even imagine.
It was very difficult. I went back to my parents' house because in Rhode Island, where I'm from, just to make it easier. It was a weird time, but so it was definitely weird doing exams while my parents are also like working from home and dogs are running around. It was quite a time. But after that semester, I went back, and me and my roommate just kind of. Well, I guess we didn't fully have to quarantine anymore, but we did our classes from home together. Yeah. She was in my section, so we had a lot of the same classes and things like that. So, all right, we got through it.
Yeah. So, thinking back to your first few months working as a practicing lawyer, what advice would you give to yourself? What advice would you give to yourself?
Advice I would give to myself is probably maybe just to be patient with myself. Going from law school, I mean, luckily I was able to do the clinics and those sort of things to get a taste of what I was going into, but it's definitely the volume and the expectations are a lot different once you're actually working for a firm. So I think the patience of giving myself the patience and space to, I guess, figure out what I was supposed to be doing and where I fit in and what my role was, and learning the way each partner likes things differently. That's one thing that I learned, rather than just working for one supervisor. It's learning everyone's styles and just giving yourself the grace that something you might do for one person they might think it's great, the other person will do it totally differently.
How different?
It depends. I mean, some people take more of an aggressive approach. Some take more of a, what's the word? A more, I'm losing words. Try to just negotiate and get things that way. Some people are more litigation focused. So it just depends on the style. Okay.
Now, I know a few of the partners at Kates Barlow. I promise I won't repeat any bad things we happen to say about any of them.
They're all great.
So how long did it take you to feel like the real lawyer? Like, at what point did you stop feeling like you were, just sort of still learning out of law school?
That's a good question. Maybe the first time I did a more contested type of hearing myself.
How far in were you when that happened?
I guess the one I'm thinking of was about a year, but maybe I did go in on something sooner.
Right.
But yeah, I think at that point there was a case that one of the partners was on vacation and I was covering the hearing.
Okay.
So it was like the extra layer of, well, he's not just a phone call away this time. I'm really going in there and I'm going to see what happens. But it was funny. The day I went in, one of the other partners happened to be sitting in the courtroom with one of their clients. So it kind of worked out perfectly. I was able to get some feedback, and she didn't know anything about the case because it was someone else's. So it was still taking it on my own, but I was able to get feedback, so that was nice.
And so how was the judge in that particular situation? I'm not asking who the judge was, just how was the judge? Because oftentimes they're fully aware when, they can tell pretty quickly when who's brand new and who's got a understanding.
It was a weird situation where myself and opposing counsel were both new counsel, just coming in kind of pretty soon before the hearing we were going to. So I mean, the judge. It was a weird thing with discovery. Always comes up where prior counsel on both sides had maybe not shared things, so it was kind of figuring out where we were both at. So the judge ended up sending us out to negotiate more and come to a stipulation. But she was fine. I haven't really come across any judges that have been overly like rude or anything aggressive on the stand. But maybe they do take notice of someone that's new and try to guide more than
so what kind of feedback do you get from the clients? Like, are they, if you're in the courtroom with the client, are they getting nervous because the partner's not there, or are they just like, this is great, it's all working out?
I guess it depends on the case. I have had clients that, I mean, we're not always going in with we know we're going to win argument. Right. And I've had clients maybe question, oh, well, what if the partner was here? Maybe it would have went differently. Right. Which is understandable. Obviously, it hurts to hear in the moment, but it's understandable. But no, I've had it go both ways. I've had clients be like, you did great, and I'm saving money. This is a great day.
Yeah, there's always the saving money part. Every client loves that part. Oh, yeah. You know that most, like half of the clients, when they're sitting there, you can just about hear them running. They're running the clock in their head and recognizing how much this is costing them for every minute that they're sitting there. So so there's all kinds of benefits that way. So
advance your practice with the MCLE online pass. For one monthly subscription fee, you can access everything MCLE has online. Live and on-demand webcasts, ebooks, forms, checklists, and more. Start your free trial today at mcle.org/onlinepass.
So what's been the most rewarding aspect of your practice so far?
I think the most rewarding part has been probably the custody cases where there's a parent who maybe hasn't seen their child for a while, and you finally get some sort of parenting plan going, right. And they are feeling great, obviously. Yeah. That's more, I guess, rewarding than, oh, you got some money. It's like in the end of a divorce, everyone's going to get something financial-wise, but right. the custody stuff probably feels more meaningful when it goes well.
Right.
And I recently did the training to become ARC Counsel.
Okay.
Which, for those who don't do family law, is attorneys representing children. So I signed up through the Suffolk court, and basically they'll assign you to cases not where the child has the right to attorney, but in cases where either the parent's attorneys request it or the judge just wants the child's feedback, but they don't want them in the courtroom.
Sure.
So I'm able to meet with the child, and then my only job is to present their wishes. It's not my opinion, but it's just, as long as it's not something that will put them in danger, I just advocate what they are looking to see happen.
Sure.
So that's been fun.
Okay. How many of the ARC cases have you done so far?
Well, I signed up earlier this year, and I got appointed to my first one. And I think they only will give you one at a time. So the one I'm appointed to now is still going.
Okay.
So.
Roughly how long? Obviously, it's going to vary dramatically, but...
I've been on it since I think about August, and we don't have our next date until the new year.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
We'll
okay.
see
So
what happens.
Right. Because I know with some of the court appointed stuff, a lot of times it's a single day representation, and then you're just then that's it. But I wasn't sure how this one was going to last.
Yeah, I think until the conclusion.
Okay.
Which I thought we were going to get trial dates, but things have developed, so not quite there yet.
Okay. I'm a little ignorant about this. So how does that work with the guardian ad litem? It's more, you're more representing the wishes for the child as opposed to...
Yeah, so the guardian ad litem will interview everyone, collaterals, and that kind of thing, and then do a write-up to the court of what they think is in the child's best interest.
Right.
Where I'm just getting information directly only from the child.
Sure.
And asking them, well, not essentially saying, Mom or Dad, pick one, but if it's, like, say who they want to live with or something. Yeah. I'm just representing, the child says they want to live with Mom or Dad for XYZ.
Okay.
And not because I think it'll be great for them, or Dad or Mom has all these resources. It's just they want it for this reason.
Sure.
And I think as long as it's not something that's going to put them in danger, then I am only obligated to give their wishes.
Sure.
Rather than my opinion.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I had the judge ask me what I thought about something, and I was like, I don't know that I'm supposed to answer that. And she was like, you're right. Sorry I asked you.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, I found the probate and family court judges are all pretty good when they're, they're all very aware, and when they step into situations where maybe they're not supposed to go, a lot of times a reminder is all they need. So, so what strategies have helped you build confidence?
That's a good question. I think it really just takes doing things over and over again until feeling like I know that I'm positive this is the process that you do it.
Right.
I think it's really just trial and error, and just knowing I have the rules down, or knowing that I have the procedure down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should look into some.
It's trial and error, but hopefully less error at trial. So.
Oh yeah. Well, even just with getting feedback before something's submitted, but
Yeah. So no, I mean with even with when you described the
deposition.
The deposition.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a point at some point you're going to have to feel comfortable doing this. Yeah. So I mean, it's
I think it's just being like knowing that I'm as prepared as I can be, and knowing that I know all the facts of the case and know the timeline, and that just knowing that I know all the facts, and that even if someone says something is inaccurate, the other side were to say something inaccurate, I know at least facts from our client's perspective.
Yeah.
And I think that's all you can really do is try to be the one that knows your case better than anyone else.
If you know it inside out, then at least you've got the confidence of knowing that. And then sort of going forward from there. Yeah. Okay. Finally, family law can be a very emotionally charged practice area.
Yes.
Now, how do you de-stress?
How do I de-stress? One thing I like to do is I like to cook.
Okay.
So I think sometimes after working, I know some people find it probably taxing, but sometimes just mindless, chopping and cooking, watching cooking shows is a good way to de-stress.
Yeah.
Been trying to get back into the gym, so that always helps.
So what's your meal? Or do you prefer to be always trying something new?
I do love trying new things.
Yeah?
I'm very big into MasterChef.
Okay.
So I like watching that, getting ideas, just finding new recipes, and just trying them.
What's the latest?
The latest thing I tried to make was a ceviche.
Okay.
I had made it once over the summer, and I hated the recipe I found. So
okay.
I was determined to find a better one to do it again. And I think it was better.
Came out alright?
Yeah, came out okay.
So, thankfully, I have a wife who loves to cook, and because I am truly horrid at it. If I'm offering you food that I have made, it's probably because I don't like you very much.
Good to know.
No, I try and avoid that as much as I can. So, and how often do you go to the gym?
I'll be honest. I just went back for the first time today. I figured if I said it now, I would stick to it.
Well, there you go.
It's out there.
So apparently, the stress levels are not too high at Kates and Barlow. So we're in good shape. Hey, that's right. You've already been to the gym once more than I have in the last 3 years. So I think we're pretty good. You're in pretty good shape here. So. Hope, I wanted to thank you for joining us today. I want to let everyone know that if you are interested in checking out Hope's acting skills, you should sign up for MCLE's Trying Divorce Cases. In that particular case, Hope portrayed the flamboyant Lucy Jones. I'm hoping you had a good time with that one.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So. Hope was drafted into that one by was it Amanda?
Yeah.
By Amanda Vanderhorst at Hopes and Barlow, Kates and Barlow, and we had a lot of fun. The program itself is essentially a family law trial from start to finish, and they talk about business valuation and a lot of other things are covered in a single day. If folks are interested in that sort of thing, I recommend checking out that program. It is a wonderful program, and as I said, Hope does a great job. So that's about everything for us today. I want to thank everyone for listening, and we look forward to having you back for the next podcast. Thanks.
The MCLE This Week podcast is a production of Massachusetts Continuing Legal Education in Boston, Massachusetts. For sponsorship opportunities, email us at podcast@mcle.org.